Hello. Welcome back to another episode of This Is 30. My name is Deanna. You can call me D. Welcome back to Creative Fruit. Welcome back to This Is 30. So I was want to record this from my personal Instagram, but the most they say, nah, baby, I got something to say. I say, okay, cool. We're gonna put it on This Is 30 because this is a part of my journey in my 30s. So let's get into it. So before I left Atlanta, as you seen in the first episode, I left, moved back South Carolina, I'm at home. Hey, before I left Atlanta, I was trying to grow so much stuff, like physically, like grow plants, like grow kale, grow lettuce, grow. Ask Jai and Nia, they'll tell you. And guess what happened every time? It died. Every single time I tried to grow something, it literally died. It would grow for a little bit, get to a point, and be gone. Either I was watering too much, it just wasn't. It just the conditions. Hold on, the conditions weren't favorable, and I would get so frustrated because I'm like, yeah, like what's tea? Because every time I literally would try to grow something, it would die. So I was like, okay, what's going on? Like I'm doing research at this point. I'm watching YouTube videos, subscribing to the Black Men Garden, apartment gardens. I'm trying to feed the village. Like what's going on? And he told me nothing can grow in these conditions. These conditions are not favorable for growth. And that thing hit me in my chest because he wasn't just talking about my plants. He was talking about me. He was talking about me, the reality I was living in, the reality that I was also adding to, not in the most positive ways. He was talking about me. And he had to uproot me, not just physically uproot me, but uproot me spiritually in a lot of other ways as well. He had to clear it out. I was doing too much or doing too little with these plants. I was overwatering, being overbearing. I was just doing too much. I wasn't giving them enough of some things, and the knowledge wasn't completely there. The conditions were not favorable for growth in the slightest for myself. And because I wasn't in a place to where I could actually grow things like me within myself, because I was struggling to grow. I was fighting to grow every time. Ooh, thank you, y'all. Every time the Most High was planting seeds and trying to do something to me, it would die because I didn't know how to properly cultivate it. And I also wasn't allowing others to help me cultivate it. The people that he assigned to me to help me with things, I wasn't allowing them in the way I needed to. And I'm trying to do everything by myself. And because I'm trying to keep my hands in everything and do everything by myself, it's slipping through the cracks. It's slipping through my hands. Those aren't favorable conditions for growth. Those are not. Sometimes when it's dark in your life, the people that the Most High assigns to you, whether it be friends, coworkers, family, are the sun that he's working through them to be the light in your life. And you have to be more open to communicate. You have to be more open, more vulnerable, Don't stop in the middle of your journey. Don't stop in the middle of the process. I beg, I plead. As someone who has stopped or who has just completely slowed, it's better for you just to slow down than to stop. Just keep going. And don't give up on yourself. And I know sometimes it can be so scary to let love in. And I don't necessarily just mean like romantic love, but like platonic love. I'm so in love with my friends, and I mean that platonically. I don't want them girls like that. I'm in love with them. I'm in love. Like what Rihanna say?
I'm in love. I'm obsessed. And I don't even feel guilty about it.
I'm obsessed. I'm in love. I'm obsessed. And I don't even feel bad about it. Like my friends have really genuinely in this last and current season of my life, my friends have taught me how to love, how to receive love, how to be vulnerable, how to let the walls down and let the doors open and set proper boundaries. Because at a point in my life, I thought walls were not boundaries. You're not doing no work in that box anyway. The box you put yourself in, you ain't even doing no work in. You just sitting there by yourself. Now you lonely. and you don't even know how to let anybody else in. Walls are not a safe space. They're not. So make sure that you are in proper conditions to grow. Check your environment. Who are you around? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you consuming? What are you eating? Also, my diet was trash, really butt cheeks. Okay, you guys been plant based for 7 months. Shout out to the Most High, because I want a chicken wing. Shout out to the Most High. But yeah, what are your conditions looking like? How are you feeling internally? Check in with yourself. What are your thoughts? Like, are you so stuck in your head? I was having a conversation with my sis Dominique, hey girl, the other day. And I told her, so you gotta get out of your head. Do you see the circumference of your head? Do you see how limited you can only go so far here? You have to expand your thoughts. Imagine you're allowing yourself to be stuck in here, but the Most High wants you to be out here. He wants you to be out here thinking outside of the box, thinking freely, allowing Him to get inside and move and pivot the way He needs to. Stop limiting yourself, okay? And I'm talking to me as well. Stop limiting yourself. Stop moving in fear and stop allowing fear to rule you. Stop allowing, you know what? We say stop moving in fear, but stop allowing fear to move you, okay? Sometimes we make fear the God of our lives. We make fear the Elohim. We make fear and doubt. They have more control than the Most High does. That's crazy. But I can relate. That's crazy. But I can relate. Step outside of that. Check in with you. Check your conditions, all of them. Are they favorable? And if not, okay, forgive yourself. What needs to change now? What can you work on? Nia says 1% better every day. What can be your 1% today? How can you keep pushing today? And then we're gonna worry about the scripture said we today got enough stresses on. We figure out tomorrow when you get there. That's not exactly what it says. I definitely just summarized it. But all you can do right now is be present, because guess what? All of your power is in the present. All of your power to influence tomorrow is in the present. But you can't go back and change nothing from yesterday, and you can't go forward literally until tomorrow comes. You can't do nothing in tomorrow. But all of the power that you have right now is in this moment, is in the present today. So I urge you, I beg, I plead, work on you being present. Work on letting go. When you say you give it to the Most High, give it to Him. Because the more you continue to hold things in your hand, you see how small. The Most High gives us dreams that would probably break our wrist if the weight of it actually could fit in our hands. Put it in His hand and let it go, and be obedient and trust the process. I promise you, that's something I'm learning right now. When you learn to just get into the flow of surrender, I ain't saying I got it down pat. But when you learn to get into the flow of surrender and just let things be, it's a different kind of peace. So what are the points of today? Check your conditions. Are they favorable for growth? Are they favorable for you to do the things that you need to do? Let the Most High handle your burdens. Let the Most High handle your anxieties. Give Him, when you say you giving Him something, give it to Him. Give it to Him. And stop stressing yourself out over things that He is the Alpha and Omega, baby. He knows everything. He knows every monitoring spirit that's going to try to come into your life in the future. He knows every trap of the enemy that He set in before you. He knows everything. Why are you not trusting Him? You know how far I can see right now? If I look out my window, I can see across the street some trees. If I look behind me, I can see my backyard. You know how limited that view is? And you think you can do it on your own. Release the self-governing mentality. Release the self-governing attitude. You were never meant to do it alone. The Most High is here. And the beautiful thing about that is He gave you choice. He gave you choice to choose Him because He chose you first. He didn't have to, but He did because He loves you. So release the things that you need to release. Check your conditions. Are they favorable? Be present now, because that's where all your power is in now. Be obedient. Listen to yourself. Trust your spirit. You'll be all right. So, all right, y'all. This was another episode of This is 30. Whew. This was another episode. This is 30. I love you guys. Whoever needs to receive this, I hope you received it. Again, this is looking real different. It's going to look different because life is looking different. And that's the beauty of it. It doesn't have to be exactly how we think it should be. But as long as you are still alive and you're still here, as long as you got breath in your body, you still got purpose. You still have time. Don't waste it. I ain't say you got much, but don't waste what you have. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed. See you later.